Okay, Sebastian, the first question from our sellers is, how are the current US tariffs on Chinese goods affecting Amazon sellers?
Especially, I mean, it's not only affecting Amazon sellers. It's affecting, of course, the whole world. And I think every one of us sitting in front of the TV and is like, what the beep is going on, and what's happening, and how crazy is this really? Is the world at this moment? I mean, my wife, she follows the news, of course, a lot more than, not of course, but she follows them a lot more. I can't even watch it for that long, but we kind of hopefully predict that this hopefully soon should be over. Things would come back to normal a little bit, because like nobody can plan anything. It's not about only China. It's like every country. If you look at this, what Mr. Trump just put out there, or his well, the whole government, obviously, in tariffs on every single country, and then going back and forth and this and that. It kind of reminds me, it's like, hey, TikTok is banned. No, TikTok is back open again, and like everybody's going wild and crazy and saying, it's like, I cannot plan for the future. I don't know where to get my products from. 200+% on Chinese products, and it's like, this is insane. But I mean, if we understand, like, what is the target, or what is like the biggest enemy, whatever, in the economic war of the US, I mean, it's China, right? So when you're looking at how many heavy bans or heavy import tariffs are being put onto China, I mean, obviously this affects anything, because your product may just, more than 200% of your value plus shipping, all of a sudden you need to leave at the US customs border just to get the products in. I always ask myself, like, who's he fighting a war against? Is it against the Chinese, or is it against his own companies? His own internal inside. I mean, any country does that, right? What you want to do and force is that you produce more inside the country, but you just start realize you can't. An iPhone would cost, what, $3,500 if you produce it all inside the US? So look, all of a sudden it's the electronics and stuff that are not being taxed anymore, or delayed, or for lower percentages. So it is crazy for anybody in the world. I can say, on the other hand, which is kind of good for the European sellers, I myself am based in Germany. Besides our Zignify global product sourcing company, we also have 2 own brands. And it's kind of, for European sellers, it's golden times at the moment. Because for the Europeans, on the other hand, it is right now, so many Americans, I mean, you hear from vessels stopping in the middle of the sea, turning around and going back to China, or going back to whatever other countries. A lot of the orders are being stopped by US companies or sellers who sell inside the US. And that means all the producing countries and factories, they're stuck with what they may have produced already, or they don't receive as many orders. So what's happening? They're racing themselves and the prices down, so that they just sell some products to the few people in Europe who still need it. So long story short, crazy world. Nobody has any securities at the moment.
So that actually leads perfectly into my next question. So the next question is, are these tariffs temporary, or are they expected to remain long term?
I mean, from